Okay, we're live. Let's go, baby. Today is Tuesday, January 18th. And just to give you some insight, this is kind of what I'm looking at right here. Oh, picked the wrong one, but there's a couple levels that I'm looking at. All right, there we got this ILC. We're going to turn that green. But let me zoom out a little bit for you on this 2 hour. Let's even start at the 4 hour, see what it's looking like. All right, so here is US 30. We had traded a little bit yesterday, and obviously it did exactly what we said it wanted to do, which is come down to this level and come down to this level. So that does make me kind of mad because, I had the right bias. Everything was on point. The only thing that wasn't with us is that it was a bank holiday yesterday. So essentially there wasn't any volume, which meant there wasn't any volatility, which essentially means there isn't any movement. So usually when there isn't any volatility, the strategy is really decided off of volatility, and any strategy really is decided off of volatility. We're not swing traders, we're scalpers here. So you just got to live and learn with that. But I do like the area that it's at right here. You can see that all I did was I went from um, the most recent low here to the most recent high here, around 62%. We have these nice ILCs. You could go down to the 2 hour chart and we'd be looking here for that. So you can see it's already kind of respected the top of this candle here on the 2 hour, 4 hour, and it's basically a 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour ILC. So there's a lot of confirmations here. My bias is that it should be pushing up from here. Usually though, I will tell a lot of people, usually what you want to see though is you want to see a break of structure off of this area. You want to see a push up, break of structure, and then you wait for the retracement back to then push up. So let's go ahead and dig a little bit deeper. Let's go to the 5 minute. So the trades we took yesterday were here at this side. It took some here and here and got off the computer. It didn't hit until 7 p.m. last night Pacific Standard Time when it finally fell off. And yeah, you can see it came down and came down strong from our zones here. I mean, shit. I advise you guys to go ahead and watch that video as well from yesterday, the recap video on the live stream. Just a lot of game on there, and you could see it came down to these zones. So first take profit would have definitely been, well, first take profit would have been up here, about 120 pips. Second would have been right here, about 172, and then third would have been down here at about 390 pips. Damn, that hurts me, but it's all good. You live and you learn, and that's just what it is. So let's go ahead and see. So one thing that I do see here is that it's showing some respect at these levels right here. And, you know, once you see some respect there, you know that it could be pushing up. There's a chance that it does push up. But, hold on a second. I want to make sure we're all clear here. All right, so yeah, we just see basically it's coming down on the 5 minutes, respecting this 50 EMA. I had a trend line set out right here too that you know was going, but it is what it is. Okay, none. Sorry about that. I'm just want everything. I'm looking at the settings here, but yeah. So we do see it here. The one thing I'd be looking for is to see a break of structure past at least this high, but preferably this one, where we could see a break above, and then possibly see a break down to the downside. But until then, I'd be looking for some sells. Just because we really don't want to go against the trend, right? Even though I'm really tempted to go ahead and push this, the only thing that wouldn't is that we could go ahead and see for ourselves. Let's say we take a trade from here. Realistically, our stop loss would need to be below there. which 160 pips is not smooth. At best, I'd be looking for it right here, and that's still 94 pips. So, you got to go ahead and compensate for whatever your account is. And, you know, um, what's up, Johnny? Appreciate you for responding right there. So basically, 94.6 pips, if you got $1,000 account, let's just say $1,000 account, you don't want to waste more than 10%, no more than 10% on the trade, right? So you would only be able to use a point zero 0.01 in this situation. And, just to lose $94, you want to keep it under 10%, you'd be risking about 9.4% of your account. I mean, we could see a push up to these levels. It's very, very possible, even just up to here. So, you just got to go ahead and tell yourself, what are you willing to risk and what's your reward and are you going to see it through? So if you're risking $94, you want to make sure that you at least make what, $283 on top of that. So if you're risking 95 bucks, you want to make 284 to go ahead and make sure that your risk reward's on point. But 94 pips is a lot. So we'll see how it looks. You know what I mean? As soon as it gets to this area, if it gets to this area, we'll see how it looks. But in terms of, what I'm seeing to trade off of right now, this is the one that I've seen right here. So we got this ILC right here. It's pretty clean. It's pretty obvious. Um, right around the 62%. We're right inside of our golden zone here. It's going to take a while to get here though, right? Obviously 625 up to 852. So we might not even catch a trade today. It just depends on what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling like. See a lot of rejections here, but it's not quite at this level except for this one here. But let's go ahead and get this out the right way. This is a trade I'd be looking for right here, right? And the reason I leave all these support levels and resistance to support levels is because they've shown that they're important, right? Um, so this one, you can see that there's a lot of respect shown on this level. So I'm going to leave it here because the respect has been shown, right? We'll just at these two levels, even though it's been broken through. So we could go ahead and actually make this a little bit lighter. Do something like this, watch. Something like that, right? We know it's there, but we'll see what happens. All right, so this is something I'd be looking for. And you know what? It kind of goes perfectly, right? We had this trend line that was being respected on the bigger time frames, right? Once it was disrespected and pushed through, now maybe we could line up with our 62%, possibly hit this and come down, retrace to wherever we're looking for it to retrace to and catch a trade. So that'd be what I'm looking for here on Nas. Let me get rid of, I think this one's important here. We could get rid of this one here. And I do like this level right here. So let me go ahead and bring that out this way. Bring everything out. We want it to go ahead and compensate the day. And yeah, excuse my charts. I mean, they help me. Everybody else is different. I hear a lot of traders who they want their charts to be clean and perfect, and that's cool. So we'll see. All right, I this is actually before I had actually seen something like this before it dropped down to the downside. I wasn't going to take any buys or anything, but I was thinking possibly it could push up here today at open and then make its move down, but it obviously pushed below. But you could see, this low is now lower than this low, so we're obviously in a downtrend on all the markets. You could see everything is bleeding right now, right? Everything, all the indices, all the cryptocurrencies are bleeding right now, right? Yeah, everything. The only thing that's up right now is silver. And then Tesla, Lucid, so big dogs really. Time, AVAX. Yeah, and this isn't financial advice, but these are some that I'm looking to buy is Mana, Sand. I've already have a few of these. What do you call it? I got XRP. I'm looking to buy here, but that's another topic for another day. Let me stay on track. So let me go ahead and remove these because now that it pushed below, this isn't so valid anymore, right? So one thing I'd be looking for, Well, maybe we can move it from here to here now. This is around the 50%. Nah, it's still be kind of tough. Um, this is another key level as well. If we go to the 4 hour, you can see it basically respected this level. What was it? The 2 hour? I know I seen something. Which one was it? It's the day. I think it was the day chart actually. Oh yeah, so we had the ILC here, which I did have labeled out before. That's why I had this. I could actually remove this now. I actually had the alert set because this was a golden zone ILC. Obviously, everything that's happened since then is it's pushed through, so we could still see it push through to the downside and make its way down here to these levels, which is very, very possible. I'm going to remove this. You know, these are basically the sell. Oh shit! Right here. But either way, here on NASDAQ, break it down to the 5 minute. All I'm really seeing is there's a possible drop off here right now at open. The reason I say that is essentially what happened here. Take a look for yourself. You see it stays in basic consolidation, creating higher lows, right? Higher than this low, higher than this low, and then it falls off. We could even go up here, right? Even though it's lower, higher than this low, higher than this low, and then it falls off, right? So it's kind of a basic pattern that I had to learn. You know, you could see it creates these higher lows and then falls off. And it's just something that it does. You know what I mean? So one thing that I've seen here is sometimes you just gotta keep it a little bit more simple. Go the most recent low, the most recent high, because we are scalpers, and we can see it's hit the 62% at this level. Even though there's no key levels here, right? It's not necessarily a key level. We've seen that it got exactly to 61% and fell. 61.8, somewhere close to it, and fell. So that'd be the only thing that I see here is to possibly take a sell from this level. You have a little bit tighter of a stop loss, right? Not 94 pips, but something like that, and go from there. But now that I do that, see that? It's a lot of resistance to support right here. All right? A lot of resistance to support. So now what you want to see is it going to push up and use it as support to the downside, or is it going to push down and use it as resistance to come down here, right? We could go ahead and change this the color we need it to, which I like to, my supply and demand areas, I like them red. So there. So now you want to see, we're on our last 20 seconds right here. So let's see. All right, it's go time. All right, so NASDAQ is actually in the zones that I want. So let's see if it pushes above now or if it stays below. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna put a little sell in. Little sell in here. And let's see how we do it. Let's see. I haven't put it in yet, but let me see. It looks good though. Mm, all right, we're in there. So let's see if it can continue down. All right. Oh, nice. What a nice push, man. Okay. Let's see if it can keep its way down. Let me figure out where I'm at. I'm at 3. Oh, shit. That's not what you want to see. Sorry guys, let me get my chart ready. All right, so I added two positions. I have one at 52.34, then I have the second one at 41.20. So two positions. Let's see if we could get them to hit. Oh, let's go. All right. All right. I moved both of my stops to break even. I'd advise you guys to do the same. We're at 40. We're up 43 pips or so. Yeah, about 43. Yeah, this is about right. So look it's in a strong support level, right? So can it break down to the downside? That's the real question, right? Can it break down to the downside? Can it keep this momentum going? Remember, we're at break even now, so this is essentially a risk-free trade now. And the way I would have had it before was something like this. Would have been a 46 pip stop loss. So I want to make sure that I'm able to go ahead and keep my ratio the way it needs to. And we'll be aiming for, a target just below here because it did break these lows before, right? Right down here. So we know it could break it down to these levels. It's just a matter of time. So let's see if it can continue down. There's still 12 seconds here, but we want to see this finish. I'd like to see it finish bearish, but it looks like it's getting a little bit of a push. Damn. Yeah. And this level might be strong, you know what I mean? And, on the smallest level, this could be a break of structure right here. Truthfully, I wouldn't take the trade just because we're in such a downtrend. But, let's see. If you guys want to take profits, I always advise people to take profits in profit. You know what I mean? It's better to win some than lose, at all. But we're at break even right now. So essentially, if we get stopped out, we get stopped out. Um, but it's possible, it could come back up, show some respect at this area, and reject down to the downside. It's very possible. We still have about a minute and 21 seconds left. Let's see what it's looking like on the minute. See if it could continue down, though. That's the biggest thing. So again, I got two positions in at 53 and 41. One of my positions is obviously up here, but we'll see. I really don't like the push. I think I might pull it, my lowest position. We'll see right here. Might move the stop loss. It's just above right here. Let's see if we could keep it though. It's a good push, but let's see if we could keep it because there is still 33 seconds left on the clock. I do have my 15-minute and 5-minute set up right here on my other screens. So we'll see. See if we could keep the momentum down and keep a strong push down. Still 19, 15 seconds left. So let's see if we can keep moving. Stops are at break even, and let's see what we can do. Let's go. That's a nice finish. A beautiful finish. Let's see if we can keep the momentum going. We're up about 50 pips, which I always tell you guys that ain't nothing to sneeze at. So 50 pips, all that's great. You know, um, let's see if we can keep making this money. All right, has to break these levels. So it was able to somewhat break this right here, right? Somewhat. Eh, not really. Because it's kind of rejecting it. But we'll see right now if we could keep the momentum going to the downside. 15-minute looks great to come down. We see all these rejections here, came up to the 61% area. And, let's see if it can break this, though. This is the most important part to break right here, is to get through all of this bullshit and come down to the downside. And then we'd be looking towards profits, where we need them to. I think it could make it down to these areas, but we'll see. We're in there. This is a risk-free trade. We're up about 56 pips now. So, you know, we're looking good so far, but let's see if we can really break through these levels right here. Seemed like everything got a push to the downside right now at open. You know what? Like I said, I know the fundamentals are something that's um, um, what you need, but in terms of news and everything like that. But I try not to look at the news because sometimes you look at the news and you're like, damn, that's terrible. All right, we should see a sell off. And then you see the complete opposite, which is, a full push to the upside. You know what? This is great for the US dollar. We should see buys from this area. It lines up, blah, 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 blah. And then you see a huge push to the downside. So I try not to be so, um, we're up about 68 pips. Man, doesn't want to break it. Um, you want everything. See this exhaustion right here? You want to keep it. But see, the bad thing is 47 seconds. I don't want to see this push up right here, right? Um, I might take a little bit of profit here because, like I said, 50 pips ain't nothing to sneeze at. It really isn't. So let's see if we could get it. Ah, it's 30 seconds here. I don't want it to break above this wick right here. I don't want it to break above this area because if it does, that's fully engulfed, right? So it matched it. See if you could stay below it. Stay below it. Come on. Damn. Keep pushing down. Not as bad, but it still engulfed it, right? And if it didn't engulf it, it matched it. And now we see that push to the upside, right? So it came down basically to this level, matched the price right here, and pushed up to the upside. Um, like I said, 48 pips, that ain't nothing to sneeze at right now, right? So I didn't pull any profits just because, I believe this thing is coming down. So, you just got to go with your gut, whatever you're comfortable with making. What I was listening to Q Banks on Instagram, and he said you shouldn't be looking for targets in terms of monetary targets because when you look at monetary targets, it doesn't help you in the long run as if you're looking for pips, right? So if you're only striving for 20, 30, 40, 50 pips a day, okay, cool. Off of those 20, 40, 50 pips a day, how much are you going to make, right? So, I mean, I'm sorry, how many pips are you going to make? 20, 40, 50 pips a day, right? And then you could start tricking your mind into really monetizing that, right? So before it'd be 20, 40, 50 pips, you make $200, right? Just because of the lot size and your account size. Then, as you get a little bit more experience, as things start going your way, um, you could start upping your account, upping the lot sizes, and now those 20, 40, 50 pips are now $400, $800. You just double up on them, but you're still killing your goal of, whatever it is, 40 pips a day, 50 pips a day, 100 pips a day. As long as you do that and you focus on that, now you're not necessarily worried about the money. So I think that's something I'm going to start doing. I know 100 pip days aren't feasible all the time. The first 2 weeks of the year gave us a lot of opportunities to hit 100 pips, 200 pips, which you guys could go ahead and see in the previous live streams and recap videos. But, I really want to start focusing on kind of treating myself to that instead of my monetary goals. So, we'll see how it works out though. Damn. Yeah, I don't like that push at all, especially because it came down. We'll see right now though. I think truthfully it could come back up to where I'm at um, and reject because we got the 50 EMA right there. But I do like what it did to the 20 EMA. You could see how it really came up, touched the 20 EMA, and bam, look at it now. 13 seconds left. Let's see if it can hold this. I want this weight to hold down and come down to the downside. If we can do that, then we're looking good. Yeah, it's not holding it down though. You see that it wants to come up. It's really being pulled up to the upside. Look at that. Mm. Just got stopped out of my, oh, never mind. Now I got stopped out. My position, my bottom position at 41. Got very close to my top position at 53 and stopped me out. Fuck. But let's see what it does right here. It might just reject this thing. We'll see right now though. And today it looks like the news from what I'm seeing was worse than expected. So why is it pushing up? I have no idea. That's a huge push up. Um, Not too sure if taking the trade right here is what I want to do. Um, I don't see anything clear. Let me see something real quick. Let me see if NASDAQ respected our zone that we were talking about. Broke through the entire zone and reached down to here. So, man, maybe this was the trade instead of the other one. Just taking it from the downside. Not maybe, it was the trade from the downside. Came down, boom. Seen the 20 EMA crossed over. Only reason I didn't like it is because I knew this could be a strong area of interest, but man, through that thing. Just like this one's blowing through here. Remember, I hope you guys moved it to break even, right? You always want to move it to break even, especially when you're up 68 pips at one point. Um, let's see here. That is a huge push up, man. Huge, huge, huge. Now, I'd be looking for a retrace. Basically, the same reason why we took this sell is why we take the buy. Looking for a retrace, price to sit on top of this area and then push up to the upside. Possibly here to this area here, and then you'll see a fall off. It's very possible, but we'll see. Basically match this level here, right? Clean level of resistance. Every time price came up here, it rejected. And let's see what it does now. So this is the 1 minute chart, right? It's got 2 minutes pushed up essentially 295 to basically 100 pips in 2 minutes is what we've seen right there, which is insane. See how it's kind of using that area as support now, broke through it, now it's using it as support. But still using this as resistance, right? Still rejecting it. Mm. Yeah, that 15-minute finished pretty fucking wild. Let me just show you guys how the 15-minute finished. This is one huge wick, right? See what it does right here. If it keeps using this as a resistance, a support level, might be seeing it push up. Man, my bias is sell still. And the reason is, I think I'm gonna put a sell in. But the reason that my bias is still a sell is because it never broke these levels right here. Not yet, at least. And it broke all of these lows right here, except for this one, right? Let's see. I mean, I've seen it done before. You see this huge engulfing candle. Well, you see it right here, actually. Huge push down, candle that looks like it's just going to continue down. Then it gets all the way followed up next to a bearish candle that engulfs all of them, right? But I'm seeing a lot of seeing this level be respected too much. This level right here being respected too much. So I'm in there, and let's see if it makes its move to the downside. What did I get in at? Wow, that's a nice push. Yeah, I'm in at 73.75. I'll take a screenshot and put it on Instagram for you guys to see. I added another little position as well. I got two positions, 73.75 and 47.70. So let's see if we could get the push that we want to the downside. I mean, has to break through all of this stuff though, right? Has to break through this. It could just be using this as support. Let's see. Take a look at the chart, see where I'm at. But my bias is still sell. I think it should come down to the downside. We're up about 40 pips right now. Move that thing to break even. You know what I mean? Move that thing to break even. Always. And let's see if it can make its move to the downside the way you want it to. And this is really one of the reasons I like to move my stops to break even, especially as a scalper, because price can do this to you, right? Price can literally do this to you. Let's bring it out exactly how it happened. Just here's where it got stopped out, right at break even. And now we're at break even again. Hopefully it stays below it now. You know what I mean? Um, damn, that engulfing candle. Shit. Let's see. We're up very nicely right now, I'm not gonna lie. So let's see what we could do here. It's 10 seconds left. I really wanted to break that candle right there, but there is 10 seconds left, and I don't want to see that push, especially out of this zone. But we are up about 50 pips right now. So let's see. Let's see. Man, you see how it's it might be arrowing out right now. So like I said, if you guys are up right now, maybe you take your profits right now. That's completely up to you. Um, I'm considering it just because I haven't made any money yet today. Um, and I kind of feel like we're seeing a little arrow right here, right? Because if it stays right here, it's creating a higher low. And if it stays right here, or I'm sorry, a lower high. There we go. It's creating a lower high. So, All right, let's see if it can finally break it. If it breaks it, we're in business. You know what I mean? So we're up about 60 pips right now. Let's see. Man, that rejection is fucking killing me, dog. Come on, man. Keep that bearish level. So we're in this joint. We're up about 60. What? We're up about 60 pips right now. Um, Man, there's something about this level right here. Thinking about pulling half of my position right now just because this level right here is getting a whole bunch of respect, man. But we're in here. We were able to catch about 60 plus pips the first time around. Rejected up, stopped us out at break even. And now it's the same bit here. We're at break even again, but this area right here is getting too much interest. So see if it can keep it, man. That's the biggest thing we got to do is just see if it can keep it. Damn, this motherfucker. I did pull half of my position at about 59 pips, but let's see. Motherfucker. Yeah, I think it might flag out right now. And if it doesn't flag out, then it's going to create, because look it, while I thought it was breaking down, coming down here, what did it do? It still created that higher low, right? Because this low is higher than this one. So, half of my positions pulled. We're at break even. We hit break even. I think I'm going to call it for the day. Just because I don't want to overtrade. I don't want you guys to overtrade. I'm not calling these positions to a T for you guys. I'm really going off of how I'm feeling. And once I jump in the trade, it might be a second too late for you. So I don't want to keep overtrading and go about it that way. But we'll see what happens. Good morning, baby. How you feeling? You had a good sleep? Yeah? Good. I had no dreams because I was way too tired. We'll go get some water. We had no dreams? That was 2 days I had no dreams. I had no dreams because we because I was too tired. Well, Daddy's almost done right here if this thing stops us out. So let's see. Come on, dog. Keep that bearish structure. Damn. And I just seen right now that I took it out at 58 pips. Fuck. Let's see, man. Right here is where you want to see it. So that's a beautiful inverted hammer right here on the 1 minute. So hopefully we could see it reject down now, but it's just a matter of time. You know what I mean? Because it does look like when I say it's flagging out, this is kind of what I see right here. I see this happening. We got that top half, and we got this bottom half. Essentially that. You know what I mean? Where it kind of stays in here and either pushes up to the upside or pushes down to the downside. Um, so we could see either of those things happen. See if it could continue this push down. I mean, it looks okay, but all these wicks right here are what's scaring me. We still got 4 minutes left on this 5 minute, and then if you take a look at the 15 minute, it looks cool, right? It did exactly what we said it can do, which is just fully engulf it. But still all these rejection wicks right here. You could see it's just a strong level of support that's inside here. And, it just looks like it's, yeah. See, it's not breaking it. Higher low on the smaller time frames. But I'm gonna trust it. My stops are at break even. If it hits, it hits. If it hits down here, it hits. We've already taken some profit out. So now it's just a wait and see game. We'll see what happens. Whatever hits first is, you know, how we're moving. You know what? We'll go to the 5 minute here. We'll see if this gives us what we want. Got about 3 minutes left on this 5 minute candle. We don't want to see it turn bullish, right? Because once it starts turning bullish, then it's really lining into our flag pattern, right? But let's see. Let's see if we can keep this bullish momentum down. I mean, bearish momentum down. Let's see. Ugh, let's go. Come on, man. Make your move. You want some cereal, baby? How I waked up earlier before my school? Why? I wanted to watch TV. Oh, baby. Yeah, I like watching. But I have to watch Magic Spin Books. Nah, baby, you gotta do what you do. What? Gotta eat. Can't just be sitting there watching TV. What kind of cereal do you want, baby? What? Yeah. What do we have? What we have? What we have? What we have? Will you let me know? Let me see what Price is doing right here. You motherfucker. Damn it. Yeah, I'm thinking about pulling this shit the way this thing is moving. If this candle doesn't finish the way I want it to finish, then I'm thinking about pulling it because, um, you just got to listen to the candles, right? Obviously, we want price to come down. It's what we want. But you got to listen to this shit. Yeah, you got to listen to this shit right here, right? Price is telling you exactly what it needs to tell you. What is that? That is just a strong support level, right? Strong support level, rejecting to the upside, flagging out the last 55 seconds. So let's see what it does. We got 46 seconds. If it keeps pushing up, then it's coming up. And you can see what I'm saying when I say flag. And really what it's in is consolidation, right? This is all consolidation right here. If it doesn't break through here. And look at that. You motherfucker. So yeah, you just got to listen to price. And I think I'm going to go ahead and pull my positions. I know one of them's already closed, I think, because of break even. Let me see. Well, it's about, oh yeah, I got it. So I'm up about 21 pips right now. And it's just pushing up to the upside. You fucking John Yu. Let's see. So the only position I have in now is my top position. And, let's see if it stopped. Oh, shit. Still early though. So it can still push up from here. But I think I might close it because I have an idea that this is actually going to just be playing with us right now, man. So, and look at that. When I say it's too early in the candle, when you see that huge push down as soon as the candle opens up, just know you still have however many minutes you're looking at, right? But on the 5 minute here, this is what we're seeing, right? This is just consolidation right now. So I think the bigger move was probably US 30. Well, not probably. It was the bigger move, right? This was the move of the day right here. It's just to take this sell off once it fell. But you know, essentially, I mean, price is still rejecting this EMA up here, but it's also rejecting this floor right here completely. So I mean, it's break even or take profit for me. I don't want to, I think I'm going to move my stop loss just above here. You know what I mean? So what is that? About 10 pips in profit. 71. Yeah. 10 pips in profit, 11 pips in profit. That's where I'm moving my stop loss. So at the end of the day, we're going to be profitable today because I've already taken half my position on the other side over here at about 58 pips. Um, my bottom position down here was stopped out at this level here. And yeah, I mean, let's see what happens. See if it could finally get this pushed down. But if it comes down here and rejects this motherfucker again or is higher, a higher low here, I'm pulling it. So we'll see. Up about 50 pips right now. Like I said, it's nothing to sneeze at. Let's see if it can break this, John. Okay, use it. Yeah. See how it's just bouncing and flagging out right now. Hey, just pay attention to what you're doing. All right. Nope, still didn't finish bearish. Where is it? Let's see. See, my bias is a complete sell-off, right? But when it's flagging out like this, it can either break up to the upside or break down to the downside, like I was saying before. So essentially, it's kind of like a, what is it doing? What is it respecting a little bit more? And truthfully, I think it's actually pushing up to the upside. Now that I see it. No, baby. You don't know how to watch TV. You take too long. Yeah, this motherfucker's pushing up, dog. Damn. Think I might just pull it. Or I just pull half of the position that I have in right now. Let the other half get hit by take profit. Yeah, this motherfucker's coming up. You fucking bitch, you. Yeah, it looks like this is the move right here. It's about to stop me out, really. Wow. Yeah, it's coming up. All right, so me, I just pulled my position right now before it even hit that. So instead of making $44 or $43 or whatever, I made $78. And I think I'm going to call it right there. Um, you know, it kind of sucks because you see the previous dollar amount and you want to trust your trade. But, you know, you got to just listen to the candles. And, you know, if you even look right here on the 5 minute, you could see all of these rejections here at this level. And you just got to listen to the shit. You know what I mean? Um, so we were able to close in profit. The biggest part of the trade that we closed was half of the trade at 58 pips. Let me just call it right there. And yeah, I mean, maybe this signals the reversal, right? Maybe this signals where it's pushing up to the upside. Not too sure, but it could, right? NASDAQ or US 30 is still falling, which gets me pissed because this was really the trade we should have taken. 248 pips. Yeah, that's a doozy for sure. Um, yeah, 268 pips. That's nuts. And good thing this is why we move our stops to break even right here, right? You always want to do that essentially because you don't want to see your profits go into. There we go. Damn, there it is. That's my fault. I should have listened here. I even talked about listening to the charts, even though we want it to come down here. Got to listen to these motherfuckers. When you see all these rejections right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rejection wicks, listen to it. That shit's gonna push up. Because let's say, okay, we're risking it now. Not much. Wrong way. So if we change our position and our bias, right, and we say I'm gonna take a buy from here. Well, guess what? You have a stop loss set right here, right? If it breaks below here, then we know there's a good chance that it is going to continue down. So you're going to give yourself a little bit of room. I'd essentially give myself 20 pips, right? Let's just call it 22 pips. And you say, I'm going to take my target up to this level, at least. Now, look at that risk to reward ratio. 1 to 5, it looks great. And, we should have switched the bias around. And that's something I learned from this. You know what I mean? I'll definitely take this in on my trade journal. And we'll get right and we'll get better. It's as simple as that. So I'm going to call it a day after that one, though. I would say that a good position to probably take here is once it retraces down to the 50 EMA, you could probably catch a nice buy to the upside, filling all these gaps right here. Once it does that, you'll be in the money. So, yeah, look at that. Huge rejection candles, right? We've seen it from the first rejection candle there, second rejection candle there, and now we're seeing this motherfucker fly. So, lesson learned. But the great thing is that we're still profitable today. We managed our trades and our positions the right way. We made sure that once we're in profit a good amount, 30, 40, 50 pips, we always move, even before then, we always move our stop loss to break even. After you move your stop loss to break even, now you know that it's go time, right? So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in on my journey. I hope I'm able to help you. Johnny, I hope you're able to make some money today and learn some shit today. And appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like. Please comment. If you guys have any questions, if you guys have seen anything that I missed, please go ahead and write it down in the comments. I'm still learning to be a part of this journey as well. And yeah, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, add the Instagram page at Day Trade with Zay. And I appreciate you guys. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 6:15. Thank you guys. Have a good one.